Hey! It's Sunday, so it's been a while since I've recorded any video or anything because been kind of busy. Haven't had the time to set things up. Plus, doing a lot of band stuff, as you can see by our scribblings. Kind of trying to plan where we're going in the future. The new EP. We have it written aside, except for like lyrics and stuff, so we were working out all the ideas that we had and then how we're going to connect them to the rest of the other ones, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so lots of scribbling going on to try and figure that out. But one other thing is we did get this. Yeah, so we got a rack case now. So the next step is to put everything in it, which we don't have. He has an Axe Effects. He's using a laptop, so we need to kind of figure out a way to put those in this thing together. Yeah, so we're thinking that he's got like a power conditioner to plug all the stuff into. That'll go on the top, put the Axe in here, and then the next thing is we want to have drawers that'll pull out, that'll have the laptops and the interfaces on them. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna work, but my plan is I'm actually gonna build a shelf out of wood, because some of the ones online, like if you buy a new shelf that fits in here and pulls out, it's like $150. So if we could build one for like 20-30 bucks, that's much easier. So something real simple where got about between these two things, we got about 18 inches between this, and then I think this way we can go about a foot. So 18 by 12-ish piece of wood, and then it's gonna sit on two linear pieces that'll have these on it. These are the rack mounted pieces that actually came off my old interface that doesn't work anymore, which would have been perfect for this because it would have just mounted in here, but I don't trust it. It's not reliable enough to run a whole show off of, so we're gonna try that. But essentially you just put it in here, and then so off of this we're gonna mount a linear board that goes this way, and then the flat part will sit on top of that. And what we're gonna put on this linear part is not only is it supporting this, it can also you can buy drawer pullouts like for your kitchen cabinets or whatever you want to use it for. So I'm going to mount that in here and then have the board just slide in and out with that. So I need to get all that stuff. I have that saw now, so now things like this are much easier now that we have a saw to use. So that's something I need to do. So today is Sunday. So it's literally 1 week until we need to have this up and running and be all practiced up, ready to go. Actually, I need to probably have this done by Wednesday, because I personally don't have a vehicle to fit this and my drum set in. So by Wednesday, this needs to be ready to go so that we can pack it up beforehand. So that actually is a bigger deal than I thought. I was thinking I'd have more time, but really I only got 2 days to figure this out. So need to buy some supplies for it. One of them can sit down here, but I'm not sure how much we want to really toy with that. Maybe make one that will just sit stationary, and the other one pulls out. Because like if we take my laptop here, what I want it to be is mounted sideways this way, which it is 13¼ inches. So what would be nice is even though the wood here, probably gonna keep my laptop out of here when we're moving it around, keep it in my backpack, and then once we're ready to go, when we get there and set all this up, I can put my laptop in there, and then we can roll it onto the stage. So I'm not too worried about that space. But what we need is to be able to mount it here, but also have the interface back here or somewhere in here so that we can route all the things to the front of house. But what I want to do is have this pull out the back so that we can set it up beside my kit or something and I can see it and we can pull it out through the back. Yeah, so we need that, but let's look at how tall this is. Let's just go for 10 inches for to be safe. So 10 inches, if there was a laptop sitting down here, 10 inches would be right about here. So that gives us, so it's about halfway up. So once all that other stuff comes in, it might be getting tight to have a laptop just sitting right here on the bottom. To be safe, we'll go like 2 inches. And then also the AXFX is actually 2 rack spaces, so that's going to come down to 6 inches here. So if we account for, then we'll do another 2 inches for that drawer, my drawer that I'm going to build. That'll go in here and we can pull out, which hopefully we want to get it so we can pull it out far enough that it's beyond this so the laptop can open freely, right? And then, so that gets us right here. So that really gives us about 2 inches of leeway there, which is actually pretty good if we just sat a laptop down here with the interface and all that. Yeah, so that's something that I guess I'm gonna have to do this week. Like in the next, I'll probably have to buy this stuff tomorrow because I'm gonna need to get it done. Okay, so it is the next day. Got this here because inside is the surprise. That's not a very good view, is it? So, right here we got the shelf built. I don't have the screws yet. I ordered some, they didn't come yet. So it's not mounted, but it's ready to go. It's a little wonky because it's not mounted, so these things move around. But if these would stay tight, we got a nice sliding shelf that even locks back here, so you don't have to worry about it moving. I was a little worried about the depth of it. This is about 14 inches or what the size of the drawer things on the bottom here are. They're 14 inches. So I bought these 1x2s, cut them to 14 inches, 4 of them. One of them is mounted to the part that stays. Well, in this example it's moving, but so one of them is mounted to the stationary part, the other is mounted to this, and then all you got to do is make sure. So it's also on the for the top, it's like an MDF board. So this was about $5. This board was about $5. So 1x2s for $5. This for $5. This was probably the most expensive part, the drawer part. But that was still only $13 for that. You could get cheaper ones, but I didn't want to get a cheap one because the thing about this, it's not gonna just pull out and pick something up and then you do it. I want it to pull out and then be able to support weight on top of it and be out completely extended. So if I bought something cheap, I'd have to worry about that and it wouldn't slide in nice, and so it just made more sense to get a higher quality one. Screwed in from the top into the part that's moving, and then this rack mount is mounted to the stationary part. So overall, I haven't been able to really test out how sturdy it is once it's extended, but it does feel pretty sturdy. Once this is screwed in, that'll help it, of course, but it does feel pretty sturdy. So all of this, all in all, this was about $25–30 for this. And if I bought like a one that you can buy at Sweetwater or online or wherever. That's about $150 for one of those, so that's much cheaper, and I think it'll work just as well. What's also nice, since it's wood, it's easy to attach things to it, so I'm thinking I might put some Velcro in here so that I can put the laptops in there, or I don't know, actually Velcro's probably not good for the laptop. Needs to breathe. So Velcro, not for the laptop, but maybe for the interface. And then I was thinking about maybe a strap, like a ratchet strap, just to go around the laptop to keep it in place there. But that's all stuff we're gonna set up at our next band practice, just to make sure this whole setup is gonna work logistically before we just try to shotgun it on stage. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, maybe I'll build another one of these and I can kind of detail exactly how I did it, because there was a bit of measuring and figuring to get it to fit right. So maybe if you like it, I can do another one and show you how I did it. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!